Hello, streaming to live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is January 13th, 2026. It's Tacky Tuesday, episode number 166. And today I want to talk about mental focus and what I do to test mine. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. I have here a image of a puzzle that is on LinkedIn. And when I wake up in the morning, turn off my alarm clock, and what I do is I actually test my focus ability at that moment in time. So I'll grab my phone and I'll open up LinkedIn and I look for a message that says, "Oh, today's puzzle is available." And on this day here was puzzle number 300. And so I'm on a little bit of a streak, and basically I use this puzzle to gauge how quickly my mind starts focusing after I first wake up. And it's usually within a minute or two. And my results, they actually vary. And because I'm not afraid to share it because I have the evidence here. And whichever it is, I'm using it somewhat as a measuring stick just to validate whether or not the X39 is doing what it says it does, which is improve mental clarity and focus. Can that happen at any point during the day? It should, because when you wake up, your eyes open. If you're groggy, didn't sleep well, are you going to have a weaker mental focus and clarity? Perhaps. When I wake up in the morning, it's like turn the light switch on and I'm ready to go. And so when I play this game, I'll show you a picture. Here's an actual result of mine score. And I said that my scores vary. And you see on the screen here, my best score is 11 seconds. And win percentage, 140. I've done this test puzzle 49 times. I've had a maximum streak of 32. So I just haven't been playing it for very long. And for this particular puzzle, I solved it in a minute and 9 seconds. And you'll see here, the average was 54. So I don't know when most people are playing this puzzle game. I assume maybe they're playing it while they're commuting to work or something. If they're on a subway or a bus or in an Uber. Because I couldn't see myself walking and playing this puzzle game because it requires a lot of attention and focus. So needless to say, it's interesting for me to see how the use of this tool, the X39, is giving me the benefit that it says. And I'll explain what are the other 5 benefits later. But I also wanted to talk about and debrief the fitness stress test that I did on Saturday. It was on the 10th, I think. I'm going to switch screens here. Yes, the 10th. And this test here is my way of, a secondary way of validating whether the benefits that you get from that of the X39 actually do. You get them. So for those who have been following along for the past 165 episodes, you'll know that once a week I try to do this test that I'm going to play here on the screen. And let's see how I did. Just going to see how I'm going to start. So I was angry at myself because I knew I was getting close. I just didn't know how close. And largely because my heart rate is starting to climb and I'm really pushing the intensity to reach that plateau of, or the goal of 250 skips. And just prior to that attempt, I had replenished with deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water, and I waited a few minutes so that way my body had a chance to absorb it. And when I tripped, it was actually 4 seconds longer than the previous attempt from not the week, yeah, it was just the week prior. So basically I reached 216 skips of the 250, and the goal is to get it in 69 seconds with that particular rope. And I have, over time, I have been increasing the intensity and measuring that with the metronome. So skipping with the metronome. So then you know I'm not, there's no, how would you say, manipulation of the video because I'm streaming it live. And after I upload, you know that there's no manipulation to the video. So I have a solid record. And in that prior attempt, which was back on December 27th of 2025, it was episode 154, I was able to reach 208 out of 250 in 58 seconds. So this past weekend, I was essentially 3 seconds faster, or I was able to 3 seconds longer to get to that goal of maintaining that pace of 221 beats per minute. Now, people out there say, oh, 221, that's nothing, right? Well, if you're using a longer skipping rope, it actually means something because you have to, I'm not making the attempt any easier because I'm increasing the speed. So can I keep up with it? And it's like running a 100-meter dash, 100-meter sprint. The only way you're going to do it is only way you get better time, personal best, if you run faster. So I'm trying to keep the variables consistent, and so that way it's a way for me to measure whether I'm actually progressing or not. And based on January 10th's attempt over that of December 27th, which was episode 154, I am I'm seeing that I'm actually reaching the goal that I want, which is to get 250 skips in 69 seconds at that pace of 221. Does the metronome help? Kind of, yeah. It's a motivating thing, you know, but I still have to be able to do it. And the question is, can I overcome the oxidation and the burn that the the test gives me? Am I able to overcome it? Is my body adapting? Am I getting, the benefits from the X39 from its use in combination with deuterium free 114 degree molecular bond angle water? Well, it's hard for me to argue that the results are showing itself. And I have video evidence to prove that. So when I talk about things such as being as real as a heart attack, well, it's true. Very true. And so much so I hit over 200 again yesterday, January 12th, 2026, while I was doing the 9-minute warm-up. I set the timer so you could see, and I was in the heart range of over 200 for like a minute. An actual minute, over 200. Not just the zone, but over 200. So if you want to watch that video, I timestamped it and you can see it from yesterday. It's people say, "Oh yeah, you're crazy. You're what you're doing is dangerous." Am I? Did I flatline on lying on the concrete behind me? Was I? No. How was my breathing rate? Was I relaxed? Yeah. I'm sure you could hear it. And it makes me think about how strong my VO2 max is. Because yesterday, after 30 seconds, my heart rate recovered very quickly, and then it continued every 30 seconds. I watched it. And there's something to be said about combining the X39 with that of deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water, because I am 49 years old. How is this happening to me? How am I able to keep this intensity up? How? What's changing? I'm telling you, age is just a number. But if you're in professional sports, you got to be taking a serious look at this. Not only this, but what was in here. Now, if you want to get a sample from me, let me know. I'll send some to you. I made some yesterday, and the batch is still warm overnight. It holds energy. It's incredible how it holds the water, holds the heat energy all night. It's incredible what this water does. As does this. It's incredible. That's why I'm saying the best old and new technology. If you want to learn more about them, scan the QR code there. It'll take you to unlockyourBioenergy.godaddysites.com, and you will see this website where you can scroll through. Here's the buttons here, as you see on the screen. If you click on this button here, it will take you to Start X39, where you can find all the information on how you can activate your stem cells. Because resistance training exercise is known to only reset and regenerate about 78 stem cells, DNA, mitochondria. Okay? I want more. I want all of as much as I can. Because I want to live well, live long, and live young. And this is my way of showing you what's possible. Can you experience the same? And the benefits that I talk about? Improved mental clarity? How about rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation? Does that sound like a good benefit? How about improved skin appearance? How about enhanced sports performance? Much like I did yesterday or on the weekend. How about increased energy and vitality? Does that sound good to you? I think so. And what I like the most is faster recovery from exercise. Because there's one thing to do the exercise day in and day out, but it's another thing to be able to get out of bed the next morning. And I don't care what age you are. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, 60s, anywhere up and older. There's something to be said to be able to get out of bed. Be able to put your socks on. Sit down on the toilet. Like these are basic things. You want to be able to do that for as long as possible and not have to rely on anybody. Right? Scan the QR code as you see there. And make your first purchase. I'm also looking for brand partners. If you're interested in helping people that are around you, who you love, including yourself, if you love yourself, what are you waiting for? And I will talk more about certain things, why you should consider this. And perhaps even this, too. That's a topic for another day. So, today, we're going to do a warm-up as I did yesterday. I'm going to use the same rope, which is the beaded one. I'm going to attach the heart rate monitor. So you can see the light. You should be able to see the light. You see the blue? So you know it's my heart. Nobody else's. That's my heart rate yesterday. And I'm going to set the metronome. Okay, I forgot to... Speaker turned off. Okay. I'm going to set it for 165. Okay, so you could hear it. That's the tempo we're going to skip at. And then I will, for the timer, you'll see, do a 9-minute warm-up. So 6.5 minutes, just this tempo. And then if I feel that to kind of, if you want to pause or take a break, you can do that too. Slow your pace down. But when the high intensity comes, then I will be doing double unders, and the just 8 skips to the tempo. We're going to try to match 165 during the high intensity portion of the workout. So, without further ado, let's begin. I don't want to wear myself too much out. What I might do is, for the future, divvy up the a high and low session for this timer, for the warm-up. You see my heart rate's come up a little bit already. Ah, lovely. Just gonna move this a little back. There we go. I don't have to worry today about the dangling handles behind me today. Took them off the ceiling. This is a beaded rope that I'm using that you can find at Buddy Lee. This rope has small beads on them, so they bend, they flex nicely. I'm also using a hockey stick, or a hockey puck type of sliding piece of plastic that's on the floor here in front of me. So that's why you hear the ticks from my rope. But it also protects the beads a little bit. So instead of constantly hitting the concrete, it's hitting the plastic a little bit softer. And it's good for the other rope that I use, the vinyl one. So, when we get to the end of this low intensity session, which will be in another 3 minutes, and we'll switch to the high intensity portion of this warm-up. 9 minutes total, and that's where I will be doing the double unders, ropes hitting the posts, so getting a feel for the rope. And have higher knees if you wish. There's a variety of different things you can twist like this as well. So, what I thought yesterday, as part of the high intensity portion, is to do crisscrosses. And I'm going to try to do that today. Double unders, and then 8 crisscrosses. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. I'm going to try that. 1, 2. And then into 8 double unders. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of hard to go back and forth between a double under and a crisscross, especially from a directly, because it's hard to control the rope. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe at least a couple crisscrosses in each section of 8. So alright, so getting close to starting here. Are you ready? I am. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Just going to focus on breathing. So all right, so you can see my recovery there. Pretty good, actually. So I'm going to set the metronome to 60 beats per minute, and I will use that as to help with the next set of exercises for chest and triceps. First one, the order today is going to be, I'm going to do incline, flat, so level with the ground. And then I'm going to do a decline. And then fourth exercise will be flies. So I've got here the post. You can see. And I've got a green band attached and another one on the floor there on the bottom. For triceps, you're going to use a red band here along with the green one, which will be I will take that one off there because I'll be using the ankle straps, the smaller Titan one. And then I'll be doing tricep extension, so facing towards the anchors, and then lastly facing away and doing kind of like a skull crusher type. I will be using the vibration plate as well. So, and that way it forces some core involvement as well, because it's always good to keep strengthening your core while you're doing these type of exercises. So some of them will involve being kind of mimicking the feet on the ground. So without further ado, let's begin with the incline. So I've got the perfect push-up rotating handles. These are very nice to use with them in addition to the vibration plate. So I'm gonna do this way here, actually. Just move this out of the way. And turn the power on. Okay. Set that on there. And I will be elevating my foot position with the use of this Bosu ball on top of the step that I have here. So, starting with the incline first. Last week I did the decline first, so I'm switching the order of this. And by changing the position of the pronating and supinating the wrist, you change the angle in which the so see how much strength I got today for this incline. Feels good already. all the way down. My chin is touching vibration plate, and I can push out, which is good. Squeezing the glutes. Alright, hitting fatigue there at the bottom, so trying to wow, feels good, very good. Wow. It will be very impressive when I can sustain 3 minutes of this. It will be impressive. Trying real hard. All right. Whew. Feels wonderful to get that one done. Next is, okay, a flat. So that's where I'm gonna move the vibration plate here. Take the Bosu ball, raise the level of this, my feet. All right. First one took a lot out of me, especially in the arms. So try to hold it isometrically here. I can really feel it in the pectoral at that bottom. Here, I can start to feel it. Wow. Doing that slow negative. Hold here. elbows this way out and this way here. You can change the supination, pronation of the elbows to assist with that. Gosh. Oh. Ah. Oh, wow. Next up is doing a decline. So, oh, I'll be using that still. Take this out of the way. All right. Next up, declines. By changing the position, rotating the wrists, changing the position of the elbows, it really changes the intensity on the lower portion of the pectorals. You could do this with a weighted vest if you wish. Oh, wow. So, this is like doing a nice fancy version of the dip. Leaning forward as much as you can. Gosh. But I'll tell you, this vibration adds a nice element to this movement. Gosh. It's so hard to press out. Very difficult. I want to try to get help from the arms, from the triceps, and it's no go. Next up is I'm going to do flies. I'm going to grab a towel, make it a little bit more comfortable for my neck here. So that's where I'm going to take the where this is going to be approximately. So I've got yeah, somewhere here. So gauge my feet. So here I'm going to focus on squeezing the elbows together and raising and lowering one side like this by having the vibration as part of the movement. Wow. Want to take out the palms, you can put this halfway like this. And you could take your palms like this and squeeze it like that. Use the elbows. So it's kind of like almost a TKE. Hold it up. Down. I would probably use more weight for this version of it. So you can tell. So this adds a little bit of cross-functional strength by alternating the, if you go up like this, it stays kind of symmetrical. Gosh. Gosh. Oh my. Oh. All right. So I'm going to take this guy off here, and don't need to take the green band off entirely, but I will. So we're going to put the green one on the top here. Got one anchor, and take the anchor off here, attach a red now, and then the green. So there's two anchor points. There's a red one on the bottom here, a green one up here. So make sure it's on nice and kind of even. So first exercise is going to be facing away from the wall. So that's where we're going to take the, I think I'm going to put this somewhere here. Kind of get it center. Yeah, there we go. And all right, it's kind of where the, see, yeah, it's a good starting point. So facing away, tricep extensions. So squeeze the glutes and the quads and the core. They get involved with this one. You can alternate, hold it partially away. So this here is when the tricep is at full extended position. It's stretched, full stretched position, should I say. This takes our dynamic plank to the next level. Squeeze the glutes and quads. Gosh. 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 Oh my, quads are hurting. Gosh, because I'm squeezing them so hard. Try this way. Gosh. Being doing it this way is better. Harder. God. God. All right, now I'm going to turn around, face towards the wall. Not sure if I'm going to change this position. Just see here. Yeah, that's good. I think I can handle that. So, last exercise here. So a little bit more than half an hour today. This is okay. I try to strive between half an hour to 45 minutes. So here I am, squeezing the core again. Squeezing the glutes more so this time. Hold, hold. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Triceps are done. My goodness. Oh wow. All right. So, let's have a look at heart rate results. So today's date, January 13th, 2026. Starting time was at 1:33 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Okay. So, hitting a maximum heart rate of 209. I was in that max effort heart rate zone, my max effort heart rate zone, for a total of, you'll see, 8 seconds. So that range is from 207 to 218, as you see on the screen here. That's my max effort range according to this app, which is designed by Wahoo, but it works with my heart rate monitor. And you can see here where my heart rate just above 50, so it was hovering in that 60 zone, 60 range today. And you can see 200, and so I was in the hard zone, which was this, for between 185 to 206 for 1 minute and 28 seconds. And that is obviously reflective of where the heart rate was for the beginning part and the latter part of the burst at the end there. And then you could see when I stopped, then my heart rate immediately started to recover. And then remained here below 150 for the duration. So anybody tells me, I have to be, how would you say, careful? Well, I'm still here to tell the story. And there's something to be said about performance that you get from, as one of the benefits that you can, if you scan this code here, it'll take you to where you can purchase your first package of X39, and there's 30 patches in here. So it costs about a coffee a day for each time you wear it. So you can see here, today is day number 200 and what did I say? 74 for me of wearing the X39, and you can experience the benefits as you see on the screen there. So, and I'm showing you day in and day out. Join me. If you're interested in becoming a brand member, you can offset the costs as well. If you're a fitness professional, consider becoming a brand member under me. And then you can use my day-to-day testimonial to help you and your clients exceed, to do well in whatever they're doing. If that's just general wellness, to live well, live long, and live young, well, it's worth to try it right there. So catch me tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday. It's going to be leg day, and I'll have another topic to discuss for you. So tune in tomorrow. We'll see you then. Rest up. Have a good night.